Good morning and happy day 2 of our Tabata challenge. I hope that you had some fun getting those squats. I loved hearing from all of you that you were fitting this into your day, and some of you were like, this is an amazing way to start my day. Some of them you were fitting into your work in the middle of the day. Some you were getting it done in the evening, but you had some partners. I love that you recruited some friends. That's really powerful, a way to make sure that you can stick to something. Make it fun. Make it, get a community of support. Know that you're not alone. And I hope today maybe you might need to do a little bit of stretches. I like to do this little reflection and think, okay, in 4 minutes, if I kind of think in 4 minutes, how many squats did I get done? That is pretty powerful to think of. And then maybe just be thinking, oh, that might be why my legs are a little sore. So, make sure you get some stretches in there. You can get a wall for balance. You can easily add that into your day. Really important to give yourself love after you've worked hard, right? It's really important to have that balance and, celebrate what you've done. And it just, when your brain knows, hey, I did some good things, it looks for more areas that we can do good things, and it builds its confidence, which comes into today. So we are going to really build into our core confidence. And yesterday I was talking about how we would hold ourselves in confidence, right? We typically use that upper back. We squeeze those shoulder blades together, and that's really important, but we always want to make sure that we've fired on the front of this body too. So sometimes when we squeeze the shoulder blades, then that rib cage wants to pop out. So what I want you to be thinking about is, and we'll just do this standing up before we get to our mat, we're going to spend a lot of time on our mat today, is how can I create that core? And this is something you can just add into your days as well. So just being like, checking in on your posture continually, like, oh, roll that back and turn that core on. What you want to think about is that the rib cage is stacked over top of the pelvis. And then, just as we talked about yesterday, let's really fill that canister. So once we've set it in, let that diaphragm fill all the way around, and then right from the ground up, just taking that energy up and gently allowing that pelvic floor to come up and meet, and then almost like flattening that belly out. So you can just take times for breaths with that. But we're gonna bring that to the mat today. We're gonna have the same formula, but we have 4 different moves, and we're gonna do them twice. They're all gonna get nice and spicy and work on the confidence muscles plus the core and even some backside. So the very first move is going to be a Superman. You can add this into a Superman or a swimmer. I'll give you 2 options here. So when you come into Superman, you're gonna go ahead. I want you to think about that chin being nice and level. Sometimes what happens is we really squeeze this up and look up. I want you to keep that chin nice and level, okay? Ankle bones together and squeeze, make your legs longer, okay? Maybe I'm not all the way in there. All right, so in from here, we're gonna bring those arms out front. Notice I'm still looking. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze those shoulder blades, and then I can bring myself up into a push-up, and then come on down. You can add some swimmer around here, come all the way around, touch the front, and then squeeze, really realizing that we have to use the back side of our body for push-ups. So that's gonna be the first one. We're then gonna come into a side plank. Okay, so you'll have that 10-second rest, and I want you to be thinking about getting that shoulder over top of the elbow, and we don't wanna be sinking in, okay? So we wanna go ahead and just be thinking about making lots of room, and the way we do that is firing on that core. Okay, stacking everything, so hips are stacked and shoulders are stacked. All right, and then really squeezing the shoulder blades, and it makes you pull away from the floor. From here, you can be on your knees, and what we're gonna do is hip drops. So you're gonna come and bring the shoulders and hips together, drop it as far as you can, and then down. This can also be done up on your feet, slow and controlled. So you really start to feel those confidence muscles. You'll feel the sideline of your body. If you need more room, you can come on up, make sure the shoulder stays, and you're gonna come drop where you can. Oops, losing a little balance. Now I don't want you to come where the shoulder is lost all of its integrity, okay? So shoulder has to be back and squeezed. So making sure you're really checking in with where your range is. Then you'll head over to the other side. And then the last one is a mountain climber. So we'll find ourselves in a plank position, shoulders over top of the wrists. All right, Coming in, making sure we have that straight line, 3-point spine, confidence on, and remembering that pelvic floor coming on up, and then you're going to come on in. Now, important part is you can stay here, you can go quick, but I don't want to see any shifting in that core alignment. We are really going to keep that confidence strong and keep that alignment on. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do that. So you'll start off with those Superman push-ups. You can stay at Superman if the push-ups are not available. Then we'll head to the side plank on each side with the hip drop also. You don't have to do that hip drop, so if you feel like side plank is really going to work you, then stay there. Always listening to your body, okay? And making sure this feels pleasurable, not painful, not defeating, okay? You want to feel very confident. So maybe practice on how you're talking about this too. Like, I'm strong, really believing in it, and picking an option that allows you to believe that. And then mountain climbers, okay? You'll have that 10-second break in between. It's a quick transition. I also just kind of wanted to say that if you need to, you can raise the floor. So I could be doing all my things from up here, okay? So maybe not so much the Superman, but if you need to, then you just get to the floor. But you could be adding your push-ups here, okay? You can raise the floor, you can do them from the wall. And also with the side plank, you can be doing it from here, okay? So just going ahead and finding an option that feels really good for you. Make sure you've tested them all out before the timer goes so that you've picked an option. That's really important to prepare yourself to feel confident. Have some fun with this. I like it because it's 4 moves. You do it twice and then you're done. I love that, you know, some of you did a little bit extra. Just make sure that you don't feel the pressure to do more. Sometimes it's okay to just stay at the small amount that you've allotted so that you feel successful and we don't get too sore. We have 7 days of this, so we're gonna work our way around the body. Everything's gonna get a chance, and it's really important to do small progress, you know, so you can continue to keep going. Okay, so have some fun with this. I can't wait to hear. Make sure you share it with me. If you take some pictures, some videos, oh, I'd love it. Include your family, include your friends, include your coworkers. Let's have some fun with this. Let's get confident. Let's feel core strong within. Have an amazing day.